connect. with a team of consultants. Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies, nonprofits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3441. ABR, transforming business through ideas. Tired of looking for quality clothing in and around Monrovia with no luck in finding what suits your style? Well, look no further. A new men's clothing store located at the corners of Benson and Meglin Streets in the Kabab building is right here for you. Men's Closet. The Men's Closet specializes in designer wears, including Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Givenchy, business suits, and the list goes on. Gents, let's look, smell, and feel good, not just for ourselves, but our significant others. Remember, when you look good, you feel good. That's why we also have on sale men's cosmetics, perfumes, lotions, deodorants, etc. The Men's Closet. It is not just the man in the clothes, but the quality of the clothes the man wears. For inquiries on our products and services, call cell numbers 0775 560 008, 0777 474 899, or 0886 658 055. The Men's Closet, here for you. The fight against COVID-19 has become imperative to the survival of the world, to the extent we must all get involved. The question is, how do I get involved? Get tested. Get tested if you feel COVID-19 symptoms. Example, sore throat, cough, headache, etc. Get tested if you know you met someone who is now COVID-19 positive. Get tested before going to places where you may meet a lot of people, example, schools, work, etc. Get tested before traveling, both domestic and international travels. Get tested when asked by a healthcare or public official to do so. Get tested today, know your status, and seek treatment if need be to stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota. In order to keep ourselves and others safe from the coronavirus disease, we must all get vaccinated. Here are a few facts about the coronavirus vaccine. The vaccine does not have anything in it that can make you magnetic. All COVID-19 vaccines are free of metals. The COVID-19 vaccines available in the US do not contain live virus. They do not share any of their parts inside or outside of your body. The vaccine is safe for current and future pregnancies. There is no proof showing unsafe results on taking the vaccine for current or future pregnancies, which means pregnant women can also take the vaccine. The COVID-19 vaccine does not change your DNA. In fact, it has absolutely no interaction with your DNA. The vaccine does not cause you to test positive for the virus. It is untrue, as none of the vaccine will cause you to test positive in a viral test. Therefore, the vaccine is safe to use. Get vaccinated today and stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota. When you are coming to Liberia, the first thing you think about is getting your way in and around the city. Now, you don't need to worry about that because LIB Executive Shuttle has that covered for you. We have our luxury private and share ride options, scheduled airport services, business or corporate travel, daily rental in and around Monrovia. Or if you want to take a trip to Kakata, Ganta, Buchanan, Banga, LIB Executive Shuttle got you. Our excursion packages include trips to Patawi Waterfalls, Sunset Beach, or Wuka Farms. We are located after Carver Mission Junction, RRA Road, Pinsville, Monrovia, Liberia. For inquiries, call cell numbers 0770 072 614 or 0770 072 613. Better still, call our USA number on 001 301 750 1336. LIB Executive Shuttle. Let us do the driving for you. In order to Hey there, here is a thing or two you need to know about COVID 19 and pregnancy. Pregnant and recently pregnant women are more at risk of severe illness from COVID 19, most likely hospitalization, need for ventilators, etc. Pregnant women who get COVID 19 are at a higher risk of preterm births and other complications. Most common symptom experienced by pregnant women after vaccination is pain at injection site. Research shows that vaccinations have no adverse effects in trying to get pregnant. Research showed that vaccine does not affect fertility of men. Vaccinated mothers pass on some immunity to their child through the placenta and through breast milk. It is safe to get the vaccine at any point before, during, and after pregnancy. It is safe to get the vaccine while breastfeeding. Get away from the misconceptions. Get vaccinated today to stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why we decided to start a program to help you save money to Liberia. Our program is advertisement. For just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
And welcome to the program. Today is Thursday, the 7th day of April 2022. The time in Monrovia is 10:33. The time in Delaware is 6:33, and we're very glad to be here. Good morning to you. Good afternoon. Good evening. It depends where you are. And very glad to be here. Today, we have a lot of things on our plate. The issue with rice still is a very important subject that we're looking at. A few days ago, I told some of you that we had done an investigation and there was enough rice in the country. But the reason why there wasn't rice on the market is because the importers wanted to sell the rice or demand to sell the rice at a higher price due to the inflation, the fact that they're buying rice more now for much more than they used to. And I read some of the comments. Interesting. Some of you were like, "Oh yeah, Costa seems to be doing PR for the government." You know, one of the things I've come to learn about Liberian people, they don't like you to be transparent with them. Sometimes I regret why I even had to tell you that George Weah called me. I shouldn't have told you. Do you know what many of your political leaders or your politicians do behind your back? They don't tell you anything about it. For example, you ANC people, did you even know that Cummings had struck a deal with Mobility to make him running mate? You didn't know that. It was a shocker when you heard it. You don't tell Liberian people everything, because instead of trusting you and respecting you for that, then they start coming up with all kinds of stupid conspiracy theories. I've learned that. Like nowadays, and anything that comes out of my mouth, many of you are like, you sure, Costa? You sure? Why? Why is Costa not sounding as tough as it used to sound? What do you need me to say? How do I need to say it? To be very honest with you, I shouldn't have told you a damn thing. I shouldn't have told you George Weah called me. I shouldn't have told you that he was going to give my equipment back and that he was going to tell his people to drop all those bogus charges. I shouldn't have told you, because many of you are sick. Yeah. Yesterday, we went to the warehouses. You saw the pictures. So what I told you that there's rice in the country, you were like, oh yeah, okay, because that the narrative the government saying so and Costa says that same thing, then I mean Costa working for the government. So when I know something to be the truth, I should not say it, because to say it will make the government look good. So I should not say it. That's not my job. My job is not to lie to you. My job is to tell you what is the truth. Even if the truth makes the government look good, I would still tell you the truth. I told you there was rice in the country. And I saw many of you saying, oh, because the government has said there's rice in the country and Costa saying there's rice in the country, therefore Costa is helping the government do PR. Stupid people. Stupid people. I should lie that there's no rice in the country when I've done my investigation and found out that there's rice in the country. Because to say that there's no rice in the country makes the government look bad. To say that there's rice in the country makes the government look good. You see your analogy? You see how you think? There's rice in the country. Yesterday, George Weah went to one of the warehouses. To do what? To do what? Nothing. To walk around, prove to us that there's rice in the country. But the point about it is that the rice in the country, the people don't want to sell their rice at the price that the government wants them to sell the rice for. This is what George Weah didn't get to tell you. Instead, he said something along the line, you know, we'll make sure there's enough rice in this country. Even when we leave power, we'll make sure we use our connections, we'll bring enough rice in the country. Nonsense. You got connections now, you don't bring a lot of rice. Again, the problem here is, it is not that there's no rice in the country. There is enough rice in the country. Some of you saw the pictures I posted. We went to Freeport, visited some of the warehouses. Lots of rice in the country. Lots of rice in the country. But the rice importers don't want to sell their rice for the same price. And I support the rice importers 100%. Oh, you want me to tell you that the rice importers who are business people should sell their rice cheap so they can lose? I will not tell you that. No. Because, Costa is for the Liberian people. So therefore, Costa should tell a business people to sell their rice cheap so they can lose. I'm sorry, I'm not going to tell you that. The rice importers are 100% right for refusing to sell their rice cheap because they will lose. So again, I said, I stand with the rice importers 100%. I'm sorry, but this is the world I will live in. You got to eat, you will pay for it. You got to pay for the rice. Now, I'm not advocating for me to tell you, say, you're selling rice cheap to the people. Just selling rice cheap to my Liberian people, then I advocate it. I'm not going to tell you that nonsense. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear, even if it's stupid, but because you want to hear it, I'm not going to tell you that. The rice importers should not lose. If the government wants them to sell the rice at a lower price, let the government negotiate with them and let the government find ways that they can make sure the rice importers do not lose. And that's not why I saw George we are doing yesterday. What he did yesterday by going to the warehouse to show us that there is rice in the country, how does that fix the problem? It doesn't fix the problem. It doesn't fix the problem. We have rice in the country, yes. But the people say if they sell it at the current price, they will lose. So they will not sell it at the current price. And I support the rice importers. They're business people. They're not charity. They're not your government. They don't owe you anything. They came to make money. If you were a business person, would you want anybody to tell you what to sell your goods for? Especially at a price that you would lose if you sold it at that price? No. It's a free market enterprise. When prices go up, when inflation happens, everything goes up. You are supposed to be able to adjust the prices upward so that you can make money, so that you can stay in business. So George here wasted his time, our time, by going to the warehouse yesterday and posting pictures and speaking to the media and telling them that there's enough rice in the country. No. New life in Christ, there's no tariff on rice. Some of you don't know that. There's not been a tariff on rice in a long time. There's no tariff on rice. When the people bring the rice, they don't pay any. They used to pay like $1 or something. Ellen cut it off long time. There is no tariff on rice. You can't reduce the tariff. I'm sorry if you didn't know that. There is no tariff on rice. Again, some of you don't know that. There is no tariff on rice. Rice, you bring rice, you don't pay any tariff. You will pay corporate taxes on the business at the end of the tax period, but to pay tariff on the bag of rice, you don't pay. It's zero. Zero. Yeah, they remove a long time. I think since Ellen, there's no tariff on rice. You bring petroleum, you pay tariff. You bring other products, you pay. For rice, zero. I think cement is also like that. There is also no, I think also there's no tariff on cement. Sit down with the rice dealers. Sit down with APM terminals. Tell APM terminals you increased duty, handling charges to lift the rice or whatever cargo from the container, from the vessel down. It's called handling charges. You tell APM terminals, look, it was $11 per ton. You jacked it up to $15 per ton. That's $4. You increased it by $4. On rice at this point, we need you to to keep it at $11. You're the government. You can tell them, we need you to keep it at $11 for now. Because then you tell the rice importers, if I can get APM terminals to keep it at $11, would you agree to sell your rice at the same price? That's how a government engages people. You don't go to the people and tell them, say, look, y'all got rare, y'all got to sell it. It's not charging the government we're running yet. You doing Taylor time, our rebel thing they were doing. What Taylor can get out and tell the money changer, I want the rate to come down to the one. And people talk, I hear people actually praise Taylor and tell our man. The man could just tell the money changer and make sure the rate must drop to this one. That's stupidness. Anybody who celebrates that is a mad idiot. These things are determined by market forces, global, sometimes external, in our case, most of the time, external market forces. They determine these things. You can't get telling people say, oh, you're selling rice for the price. That you buy their rice before they must sell it for the price what they will lose. So you tell APM terminals, and I'm giving the government idea, and they will not listen to me. You tell APM terminals, you just increase this thing from $11 to $15. On rice, we want you to make an exemption for 1 year or for 6 months. That's what you do. Then you go back to the rice importers. Look, you know what? We've just made APM terminals to place an exemption on the increase in handling charges from $11 per ton to 15. We wanted to bring it back down for you alone, just for you rice people, to $11. And when we get it down to $11, we want you to keep the rice at the same price for this period. That's what you do as a government. You got power. When Matilda Parker was managing director of the Freeport National Port Authority, she used to do that all the time. I've read letters where Matilda Parker would tell APM terminals, because we struck one of the worst deals in our lives with a bunch of stupid people. That's what we are. We struck a terrible deal, took our damn port and gave it to a freaking, Dutch or Belgian company that makes millions of dollars. Every year they jack up the freaking handling charges at the port because we're a bunch of stupid idiots. That's what we are. When I see some of you celebrate Ellen Johnson, said, I just look at you and laugh. You're a bunch of fools. And some of you want to compare Ellen and Joe. They're officey. So much different is Ellen from Joe because she could speak so well and she's corny old lady. But they're a bunch of incompetent people. Joe and Ellen. Ellen is just the sophisticated version of George Weah. That's all. What a big difference. Y'all let me say, oh, we miss Ellen. That's exactly why she made sure she made Weah president, so some of y'all can miss her. I don't miss her. She's a damn wicked woman. The APM terminals deal is one of the worst deals. Every freaking year, those people increase handling charges at the port. Every year. They have a 25-year concession agreement. 25 years. They've gone what? 11, 12 years? You know how many more years they got left? Every year they increase that damn thing. And as they increase the handling charges, so will commodity prices. Because the businessman used to spend $11 for APM terminals to unload 1 ton of rice. Now, APM terminals charges him $15. From $11 to $15 per ton. You think the man, who's going to absorb that additional $4? Who's going to absorb that additional $4? You, the end consumers. You, the people who eat rice. The businessmen will pass that $4 on to you in the price of rice. That is the way it works all over the world. The businessman will never absorb that extra expense or extra cost of handling. He will pass it on to you. He will transfer it to you. And we sign that kind of deal. And Edwin Snow, that son of a swan with a big ugly nose, was the idiot who was around distributing the bribe money when Ellen's faggot son, Rob Salif, was the one there. He brought the APM terminals people. That's their deal. Today, we are paying for it. APM terminals. Every year, they increase the handling charges. As they increase the handling charges, so do the business people with their prices. You pay more to Claire, I pay more I increase the price of sell to you. That's it. Simple. Kaput. You saw. You the people. That is the deal that we have. So it's a terrible deal. It is sickening. Very, very sickening. So, again, I want to say to the people, the rice importers, don't be bullied into selling your rice at a cheap price and lose. Don't do it. If the government can ensure that you are able to sell your rice at a price that you do not lose, if they can't work with APM terminals, because I don't see much they can do from their end, because there's no tariff on rice that they can say we're going to strike off the tariff. Don't sell your rice. Liberian people can get rice to eat. That's all we had to will get up and rise up against. That's not me. That's not me, the president. Liberian people can get rice to eat. Of course, we know what they will do. We know what they've done for rice business before. So that is their business. That is their business. That is their business. You can't get rice to eat. That's not my business. That's not me, your president. That is your business. Samuel Sakaman, there is no rice tax. I kept saying it. Maybe you were not here then. There is no tax or tariff on rice. It's been struck off ever since. That's all we had to do. It says Ellington, there is no tariff on rice. You bring rice, no tariff. So you cannot strike off what's not there. It is not there. No. There's no tariff on rice. The only thing they can do is go to APM terminals and tell them, keep the handling charges for rice alone at the old rate of $11 per ton, not $15 per ton. To unload 1 ton of rice is today $15. It used to be $11. APM terminals increased it last year. That's all they can do. When they reduce it, I'm sure now you can tell the rice importers, please keep the price at the same rate. Don't increase the price. That's what you can do. Now, let's move on to something else here. Transco, CLSG. We've been talking about this. We talked about it yesterday. We're going to talk about it today. Did you know, folks, that I did not know until yesterday, did you know that the guy who runs the CLSG program is a Liberian citizen? Did you know that? Ooh. Yeah, he's a Liberian. Mohammed Sharif. Mohammed Sharif is a Liberian citizen. Yeah. The guy who runs the CLSG program is a Liberian citizen, Mohammed Sharif. He used to work at the Ministry of Finance when Amara Kone was minister. He's a Liberian citizen. He runs the entire program in Guinea, in the Ivory Coast, in Liberia, and in Sierra Leone. Yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? They switched on zero query. It was yesterday. Yesterday, in fact, this is the post on their Facebook page. Milestone in the CLSG project implementation. The Republic of Guinea has become the second CLSG country to switch on the much-awaited CLSG electricity in zero query. In zero query in Guinea. Now, Birmingham can say zero query. It's not zero query. There's no L in that thing there. It's zero query. In zero query Guinea, yesterday they switched them on CLSG. See the people here, the Guinea men smiling. You see the pictures? Zero query is on. They switched zero query. Somebody said last week. Not last week. According to the official Facebook page of CLSG, it was done yesterday in Guinea. Zero query. Zero query has electricity now on the CLSG program. Yeah. And the guy who runs the CLSG program is a Liberian citizen called Mohammed M. Sharif. Listen to me, folks. Mohammed, I'm told, is I have not spoken to him. Don't say I'm quoting him because he and I have not spoken. But I have found out that Brother Sharif is very embarrassed. You know why he's embarrassed? He's fought for Liberia, for his country, where he's from, to benefit from this electricity program. He fought. The electricity is in Liberia. We got 6 substations, 6 or 4, 6 substations in Liberia. Yet we can't switch Liberia on because we owe the government, we owe the CLSG people $9 million that our government say they can't find. Listen to me. This is a Liberian brother who runs runs this program, the CLSG program, a Liberian. He's the boss in Ivory Coast. He's the boss in Guinea. He's the boss in Sierra Leone. He's the boss in Liberia. The CLSG, the head office, I'm told, is in Abidjan, the Ivory Coast. Are you listening to me? His own country where he's from. Liberians were a hell of a people. His own country where he's from. We ain't got the current yet. We ain't got the electricity yet. It's in Liberia. He made sure his team and himself, the electricity has been in Liberia for a while. People in Nimba and Maryland County and Grand Jita, they've been enjoying the electricity, but we can't switch Monterrey County on because we owe the people $9 million, which we can't pay. We have not signed the power purchase agreement. Let me tell you something. Eshimbo, my sister Winifred Johnson, Eshimbo, your own country, they pay you from. You work hard to make sure you bring the current there to them too. And you know how much they're going to be selling the current to us? Somebody guess. Samuel Sagama, guess how much they're going to be selling the electricity to us per kilowatt hour. Just guess the price. Guess the price. So under the power purchase agreement, the price will be inside. How much Liberia will buy the current from the people, from CLSG, and then we'll sell it. Then LEC will sell it to our people. The problem will be there. Let me tell you why problem will be there. They're going to sell it for 12 cents per kilowatt hour. Hello? What did I just say? 12 cents per kilowatt hour. That's how cheap it is. 12 cents. No, not 17 cents. Not 25 cents. Not 10 cents. 12 cents. 12 cents. 12 cents per kilowatt hour. You know how much LEC charging on now? Between 35 cents to 40 cents. 12 cents. They're going to sell it to all for 12 cents. Jesus, why is it cheap? Ooh, it too cheap. We're paying 35 cents in Liberia for that PC, useless LEC current, 35 cents. We're paying 35 cents for that useless current we got in Liberia called LEC. The CLSG will sell a current to offer 12 cents. My people, 12, I said 12 cents. It's too cheap. But here's the problem. When they sell it to Liberia for 12 cents, LEC will take the current, the LEC will supply the current. Over 50% of LEC current is being stolen. And the play LEC will catch trouble at. Ain't you listening to me? Just listen to this. You buy the current, the electricity from a CLSG for 12 cents. 12 cents is too cheap. The same thing we pay in America for electricity. 11, 12, 13 cents. It's cheap. Very, very cheap. You buy the electricity from the Ivorians under the CLSG program for 12 cents. When you buy it for 12 cents, Dwalu, come join me the morning, Dwalu. Hit me up if you want to come on this morning and join me. Dwalu. You buy the electricity, these are things he's passionate about. You buy the electricity for 12 cents, Brother Sakama. LEC buys it under the power purchase agreement with the CLSG for 12 cents. Then you got to sell it to your citizens. But guess what the problem will be? Can somebody guess what the problem will be? This is what the problem will be. You buy it for 12 cents. The government probably sell it for 15 or 20 cents, right? They'll probably add 5 cents. I think they shouldn't add more than 5 cents to it. No more than 5 cents. No more than 5 cents. They shouldn't add no more than 5 cents. But guess what the problem will be? The problem will be over 50% of the electricity produced by LEC is stolen. Power theft. So imagine buying something, Dwalu, right? Imagine buying something, Dwalu, and having to sell it. But the people you're selling it to, they're stealing half of it. So you're going to be losing. So you're going to be paying for electricity that when you go sell, you lose. You see the problem? Now, the Ivorians, the CLSG will not give a damn about the fact that your power is being stolen. All they know, if you bought the power from them, you must pay them. If your people steal it, if they steal 50% of it, that is your problem. You see what the problem will be? You see what the problem will be with the CLSG? They will not care whether 50% of your electricity is stolen. They will not give a damn. All they will care about is that you buy the electricity from them. That's what the government might do. Samuel Sakama, you're a smart guy. Maybe they will increase power supply, might mitigate the power theft. Not exactly, Samuel Sakama. Not at this point. Too many people are enjoying free electricity in Liberia under power theft. Brother Sakama, no, I'm sorry. It's not going to help. I thought what you were going to say is that the government might exorbitantly increase the price so that they can make up for the theft. Because if you sell it too cheap, the government will lose a lot of money because too many people are stealing the power. So if you buy the electricity from CLSG for 12 cents, you can sell it for 5 cents more, or which will be around what? 17 cents. You sell it for even 20 cents, you might lose because 50% of the electricity you will buy, you will lose. Like you are selling bread. You go to the bakery, you buy the bread for $5 for one loaf of bread. $5 for one loaf of bread. You buy 20 loaves of bread. 20 loaves of bread, that's $100 worth of bread. You sell the bread for $6 or $7 per loaf of bread. One loaf of bread. One loaf of bread. You realize that when you bring the bread home, your children steal 10 of the bread. That's 50% of the bread. Are you listening? Your children steal 10 pieces of the 20 loaves of bread. Your children, they steal 10 pieces. Now you are left to what? You are left to what? 10 pieces. If you sell those 10 pieces, you bought the entire bread, you bought it for $5 per loaf of bread. So that means you pay $100 for 20 loaves of bread. If you sell it at $6, you lose because your children will steal 10 loaves of the bread. You lose. So you have to sell the bread very high, at a high price, so that you do not make or you do not lose because of the theft. That is going to be our problem with the CLSG. 50% of the electricity you produce is stolen. Therefore, any attempt to sell the electricity at a low price, you will lose. CLSG will not care because when they sell that power to you, you will pay them. You see how sad it is? It is very, very sad. And who's responsible for all our power theft? Lastly, the citizen. But Sangama, you understand what I'm trying to say now? 50% of what you are buying is being stolen. So if you sell it at a low price, you lose. You got to sell it at a very high price. They did not common sense. Why do I see it and some people don't see it? And what is it with Costa? Why do I understand it? And when some of you don't understand, that is what's going to happen. If the government attempts to sell it at a low price, the government will lose because 50% of the electricity is being stolen. We need to now ensure that the things that lead to power theft, we can address them. You got no meters. Every day people go to LEC. No meter. You're waiting for 2-phase meter, 3-phase meter, 1-phase meter. Power theft is a major problem in the country. 50%. You remember the American ambassador spoke the last year. Power theft. So the problem we'll face is power theft. Buying the electricity for 12 cents per kilowatt hour from the CLSG people will make no difference for you folks. Because when they buy it for 12 cents, you're not going to benefit from that low price because the government is going to have to jack the price up in order for them to be able to now lose millions of dollars due to power theft. Liberia is a hell of a country. It's a hell of a terrible country. Yeah, that's what it is. So we have a Liberian brother, Mohammed M. Sharif, who runs the CLSG program. It's an embarrassment for him. All the other countries are benefiting from the program. His own country cannot benefit because we have not paid the $9 million that we owe the CLSG folks. It's a terrible shame. terrible, terrible shame. That's the problem we face. Now, let's move on to something else here. Yesterday, a gentleman told me that the price of steel rod has gone up. How many of you are in construction right now? Are you building your home in Liberia right now? How many of you? Steel rod, the price has gone up quite significantly. He told me yesterday that the 5x8 steel rod they used to buy for $10.50. The price is now up to $17. For that same 5x8 steel rod is now $17. It used to be $10.50. It's now gone to $17. Yeah, wow, that's a huge jump. That is $5 and no, not $5. That is $6.50. Yeah, it's increased by $6.50 in a short space of time. This gentleman told me yesterday. And I'm told the reason this has gone up is because the government gave a virtual monopoly to SETI. SETI has a steel factory right there on the Somalia Drive around Chicken Soup Factory. I know the area. There's a steel plant there. They're recycling old steel products. They're recycling. That's what I'm told. They're recycling. So SETI has a virtual monopoly because he built a plant that recycles steel products into new stuff. Guess what they're doing? Oh yeah, Precious Cooper case. We're not going to forget it. Thank you, my brother. Peter Toll. Good morning to you, brother Toll. Yeah. So the price of steel has gone up. Steel products. Because according to what I'm told, and we'll do more investigation, that steel plant that SETI built to buy all the steel products. I remember people who are in the scrap metal business used to complain that now the government said you cannot export scrap metal. You must buy the scrap metal. You must sell the scrap metal to SETI because SETI has a plant and SETI needs the scrap metal in order to recycle it to produce steel products, recycled steel products, steel rods. Can you imagine? So I'm told, according to what I'm told, that it is the monopoly that SETI, they will not call it that. Somebody's telling me it's not even the same 5x8. They say the 5x8 has even reduced. Jesus Christ. Lord Chima. That's what Lord Chima is saying. Not the same 5x8. I'm telling you from what I'm told, steel products have gone up because SETI has a monopoly. And this monopoly means that nobody else can import steel rods because SETI has a plant that recycles scrap metal into steel products. So why is it so expensive then? Brother Sakama, if he built a plant, which he does, I know he does have the plant, and he's recycling all scrap metal into steel products, then why the hell is it so expensive? And they even said a complete moratorium on all steel and scrap metal exports. Nobody can export scrap metal. You must sell to SETI. Then they made SETI the one to determine the price. SETI has to determine the price. Well, like brother, useless country. SETI determines the price that you sell scrap metal to him for. He reduced the price because the man has a monopoly. Those are the advantages of having a monopoly. When you have a monopoly, that nobody can export scrap metal anymore, that they must sell to you, you can set the price for the scrap metal. So SETI determines the price for scrap metal. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to sell to him because you can't export it because the government says you can't. And when SETI now uses the scrap metal to produce the steel that he produces, recycled steel, not even brand new steel, recycled steel rods and everything. Well, he produces it, and then guess what? he also determines the price he sells it for. 5x8 used to sell for $10.50 only a few months ago. I'm told it's currently selling at $17. The same 5x8, as somebody just said, is even smaller in size. Jesus Christ. Somebody say, yeah, SETI has reduced steel rod sizes. There's no more 11 millimeter, it's now 10 millimeter. Jesus Christ. Eliza T. and Howell. Are you listening? People are confirming this thing. Huh? People are confirming this thing. That this is what's going on. So not only have the prices of steel rods, different types and sizes of steel rods gone up, the sizes have also reduced. Look at that. Price going up, size shrinking. Shrinking in size, but price going up. Fellow Liberians, the government grants virtual monopolies. In this case, it's not even virtual, it's an absolute monopoly. Nobody can export scrap metal. I remember Ellen did this once. She got up once and said, nobody can export unprocessed rubber. You must sell to Firestone or sell to LAC. Some of you recall, Ellen did it before. Ellen said it. They issue an executive order. You cannot export unprocessed rubber. You must sell to Firestone or to LAC. The only rubber you are allowed to export, I don't know whether that law is still, that thing is still in the book. It was an executive order. I'm sure it may have lapsed. I don't know whether George Weah, did another one, but I remember very, very well. So you're talking about a situation where a businessman is allowed to set the price of steel rod. Steel rod is so important in construction. People are building their homes. And the guy who came to me yesterday with this, he said he's building his home, I guess. Or he's in the construction business. And he said, Costa, the price of steel rod has gone up exponentially. It used to be $10.50 for a 5x8 steel rod. Now it's gone up by $6.50 to $17 for the same 5x8 steel rod within a short frame of time, because SETI decides what to sell it for. Nobody bothers him. So SETI is not importing. He's buying the scrap metal right in the country and just smeltering it and producing recycled steel products. So what's the justification for jacking the price that much? Huh? Then he's manipulating the people, the market, and buying the scrap metal cheap. He's buying the scrap metal cheap from scrap dealers, and he's doing what? He's jacking the price up of the steel product that he's making from the recycled scrap metal. Jesus Christ, SETI is having an awesome time, a fiesta, making lots of money, I guess. Somebody said the half-inch used to be $5, now it is sold for $9. No, you can't be serious. Half-inch steel rod used to be $5. When you say half-inch, what do you mean? Half-inch thick, and what's the length of that? He's saying half-inch steel rod. I'm sure he's talking about the thickness of it, not the length, the thickness. It used to be $5. Now it's $9. That is a 90% increment over a period of what? Let's understand that. Now, you know what you're going to do? You're going to make people slow down. Construction projects will slow. It's going to be, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's not good. You need to go to SETI right now and sit down with SETI and say, what the hell is going on, man? Let me go here. Somebody just sent me a lot of information on the different prices. Hold on, folks. Huh? You see, as we're talking, people are supplying us information. Man, this is bad. These are things that affect the ordinary, everyday people. Oh, somebody sent me a lot. This guy just sent me the prices he received just this morning. Just this morning. Huh? So 1x4 is now selling for $10.06. But you got to tell me what did it what was it sold for previously? I need to compare. What was it sold for? And Darling Wildwood is saying that the half-inch has also reduced in size. So not only is SETI jacking the prices up 70%, 80%, 90%, incrementing prices, he's also shrinking the sizes of the steel rod. You go to the Kobo shop, the old man usually get you pork boni, kangbe, and chicken feet, and P4 all in the soup, you know, and give you 5 spoon, good size cold spoon of soup. And now she only gives you 2 spoons, and she only P4, she only kangbe, only boni inside, and chicken feet. And then she increased the price. You see what we are talking about here, folks? This is what you do when your government, when you don't pay attention. Oh, well, you say I should stop saying SETI. SETI is the one that produces it. Who should I blame? You're right. I should blame the government. Yeah, but still, I got to call SETI's name. Yeah. I mean, somebody say I shouldn't call SETI's name. I should call SETI's name. Because, yes, they gave him a monopoly, which is wrong. The Ministry of Commerce, they need to go and handle this right now. Somebody say, Lamy Edward says, I just bought 85 pieces at a rate of $9. Somebody say, I was praising Jetty. What the hell does Jetty have to do with the steel rod? You see how damn stupid you are? It's not Jetty that's doing the steel rod business. It's SETI. You damn fool. Jetty feeding our people. I shouldn't praise him for feeding the people. But we're talking steel rod. We're talking about fool. You son of my swine. Eh? What makes somebody else stupid and that's all? Steel rod, and then we're talking that you want to go to a feeding program. That is true. Recycle steel, they're not correct steel. So you force me. You force me to buy recycled steel. You see, this is not fair. I mean, this is stupid. Why, why is the government taking the same thing to be recycled steel? It's not the same as brand new steel. So you can't put a monopoly and say nobody can import steel rod because Jetty making steel rod. That is in steel rod. Hey, Ansu Sharif, again, stop being an idiot. It's not the same man that's giving the free food, yeah? Another person. That's somebody else giving the free food. Hey, man, why are you stupid and asshole? Jetty is not the same as SETI. They are two different human beings. SETI is the one that makes the steel. Jetty is the one that does something else. And he was the one giving the food. Listen, folks. The steel rods that they're making are recycled steel. They're not strong the same way. No. They're not the same steel. They're not the same steel. Recycled steel is not the same as original steel. Recycled steel is not the same. It's not as durable than recycled steel. You're taking ore or iron, you're melting it, and you turn it into steel rod. You think it will be strong the same way? It will not be strong the same way. Oh, Jesus Christ, our government people. Oh, our government people. It's sad, oh. It's sad. It's very, very sad. Oh, you say you think I've changed? To cuss people who act stupid? Oh no, I'm not going to stop doing that. You take Jetty, you say that's SETI. Then you say, I will not say you stupid. When you know the difference. When you know the difference very, very well, you know the difference, but you just won't be stupid because you're ANC person. You want to be stupid. You take Jetty, you say that's SETI. Sanama Swan. So Costa was praising Jetty for feeding the people. So what does Jetty have to do with steel rod business? Yesterday, a tribunal or a court in Burkina Faso ruled and sentenced former President Blaise Compaoré to life imprisonment. life imprisonment. Even if you're JMB supporter, you're stupid too. You think you come and tell me because I'm JMB supporter, you say something stupid to me, I will not tell you stupid. What the hell do you people take me for? Eh? You sit down there, you deliberately say something stupid, and you're defending it, and then you're telling me that you're a JMB supporter, so I will not tell you you're stupid. You're stupid still. Even if you're Costa supporter, you're still stupid. Yesterday, a court in Burkina Faso ruled that Blaise Compaoré, former president of Burkina Faso, who now lives in exile in the Ivory Coast since 2014, they sentenced him to life in prison for overthrowing and killing Thomas Sankara. Sankara, by the way, was killed in 1987, I believe, in a coup d'etat. And Prince Johnson was one of the people who carried out the operation. They were there. Prince Johnson has spoken out about it at the TRC. He said it himself. When they were coming with their war, Charles Taylor and them, Blaise Compaoré was the right-hand man to Thomas Sankara. Thomas Sankara, I think it was 1988. So they killed him because Blaise Compaoré, who had married the same lady who was married to A.B. Talbot, she was looking to exact revenge or vengeance for her husband's killing. And so they needed to pave the way for the rebels from Charles Taylor and his men to have a staging post to train and come to Liberia to wage their onslaught to remove Samuel K. Doe. And so they had to assassinate Thomas Sankara. They killed him. A good man, very, very good man. One of the best leaders Africa has ever seen, Thomas Sankara, a great leader. He's one of my greatest role models, Thomas Sankara. Young, brilliant Pan-Africanist who did so great for his country. Prince Johnson killed him. Yeah, he said it himself. Ansu Sherry, you're right. Prince Johnson said it. He killed Thomas Sankara. He shot him. He said it himself. He shot Thomas Sankara so that they could bring idiots like Charles Taylor, who would become terrible leaders themselves. Imagine dirty, nasty leaders killing a good, decent leader to come bring war so that they can be wicked people themselves. You kill good leader to come be bad leader. That's what we have. They get good human beings like Sankara so that Prince Johnson and Charles Taylor then can bring their war. Yeah. And Ellen Johnson's a leader. All the useless people that where they came from, that are the war. That's what they did. They killed a good man. So the court yesterday found him guilty. But Blaise Compaoré might never go to jail. He's living in Burkina, in the Ivory Coast. He's protected by the Ivorian government under Alassane Dramane Ouattara. Ouattara protects him. Ouattara himself comes from Burkina Faso. Now he brought up, 1987. That's when they killed the man. They overthrew the man. 1987, they killed Thomas Sankara. A great African leader. You need to look him up. When you read about Sankara, you will give up the things he did. How great a leader he was. The dramatic reforms, transformation of his country he did in so short a period of time. Burkina Faso. And they kill him. So they say Sankara or Compaoré will go to jail for life. But what about Prince Johnson? They should also convict Prince Johnson for his role in killing Thomas Sankara. Do you know that Blaise Compaoré lived with Thomas Sankara's parents? He was his foster brother. Thomas Sankara was the foster brother of Blaise Compaoré. Thomas Sankara's parents took Blaise Compaoré in their household and raised them like their own son. Yeah. And the man made him his right-hand man. And he overthrew him and became president of Burkina Faso and ruled that country with an iron fist. To think that Thomas Sankara died, one of the greatest leaders Africa has ever produced, to think that Thomas Sankara died so that idiots and despots like Charles Taylor and Prince Johnson and Ellen could ascend to power in Liberia to further wreck the country, it sickens me. Just to think that good men like Sankara died, so foolish people like Taylor and could come to power, it sickens me. It sickens me. But unfortunately, that's what happened. A good man like Sankara was sacrificed so that those guys could come, because Compaore wanted power. But Compaore wanted to make sure to get power, Sankara, he couldn't let Sankara stay alive. Sankara had to kill Sankara. So they killed Sankara so they could come and take power. Is that not sickening? It is sickening. Very, very sickening. Now, useless men like Prince Johnson and useless men like Taylor and useless Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, they could kill a good leader like Sankara for them to come to power in Liberia and further subject the Liberian people to poverty, indignity, degradation, and everything. It breaks my heart. It really, really does. Today is the birthday of former Minister of Finance, former Minister of Foreign Affairs, now African Development Bank Country Manager for Uganda, Augustine Kpehe Gaffwa. I want to say happy birthday to you, Gaff. I wish you many, many, many more years to come. May the good Lord continue to shower his abundant and unreserved blessings upon your life. I also want to do this for Mr. Patrick the Boss Okai. Mr. Okai, you celebrate your birthday today. I wish you many, 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 many returns of your birthday. I pray that God will shower you with blessings that will just confound you. And may you both enjoy your birthday. We're now going to go to the phone lines and take some calls. But before we do, we're going to go back to the Princess Cooper case. Today is Thursday. Today makes it exactly 1 week since the government of Liberia did performed the autopsy on the remains of the late Princess Cooper. 1 week. 1 week. 1 week. They did the autopsy 1 week. 1 week. And they have not said a word to us. Are they still writing the report? Are they still wondering how to word the language in it? Because did they find out that Princess Cooper was poisoned and they're trying to cover it up, but they're trying to not make the cover up look too obvious? Are they struggling with wording it in a way that does not expose them? Is that what they're doing? Does it take 1 week to write an autopsy report? The autopsy itself was just a matter of hours. And if, brother Siagasisi, are they wondering? Are they wondering what to say? Is that what's happening? What are they waiting for? When are they going to tell us how Princess died? That is the purpose of the autopsy, to determine how the young lady met her very untimely death at just 25. What killed her? What killed Princess Cooper? The autopsy should tell us that. Somebody say I shouldn't stop talking about the steel. I will not stop talking about the steel. I will keep talking about the steel raw business. Trust me. Just keep reminding me every morning we come here. It's very important. But now we are talking about a 25-year-old young lady who lost her life in a very questionable and heartbreaking manner. It's that Princess Cooper's death just pains people. It's gut-wrenching. It's terrible. So when is the government going to tell us this? Are you covering it up? Are you trying to protect somebody? Is that what you're doing? Now, you know, we heard all these conspiracy theories, and sometimes you can never dismiss these things. That there was a Lebanese man involved. We're not going to call anybody's name because we don't have any facts. But that Princess Cooper went to a certain Lebanese man that she had a certain, relationship with, and that it was there that they poisoned her, or that we're hearing all kinds of things. Are you protecting somebody? When will you tell us when you publish? What about a call log? What have you found from the call log? You have the cell phones. I mean, the call log is not going to say anything about, oh, yeah, somebody killed her, or come, let's kill you. It's not going to say that in there. You can see the numbers that she called, especially the ones that she called minutes or hours before her death. You might even find some, the call log might even let you in on how many times she spoke with a particular person, whether she knew the person. The call log can let you in on so many things. It can let you in on so many things. A lot of things. So if you look keenly, you will see and understand the people with whom she spoke last before she died. The story goes that she called a friend of hers, Willie, I think that's the girl's name. She called her on video, WhatsApp video or something, and said, they're killing me, oh, I die, oh, I die, oh. Well, she didn't say they're killing me. She said, I'm dying. And this is when, according to what we heard, that the blood was oozing out of her nose and mouth. Why? Why did a supposedly healthy young lady suddenly have blood oozing out of her mouth and nose? Why? It doesn't sit right. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't seem normal. What could have caused that? What could have caused that? Where is the autopsy report? Why did Princess Cooper go to that particular store? Does she know anyone there? Has she been there before? It would not be a difficult thing to find out. It would not be a difficult thing to find out. All you do is you go to the particular store, interview people there. Did you see that Ray woman? The girl was pretty. She was very attractive. It would be easy for people to remember seeing her frequenting a particular location. It would not be a hard thing. She was pretty. Even the people who sold their wares, the market wares in a particular area, it would not be hard for them to know that. Did you see the rig? Yeah, all the time. Oh yeah, she used to kind of where she used to go. Oh, she used to go up in that building. My people, how you do investigation? You ask all the people there. The particular day, the day that she died, you saw, yeah, oh yeah, she came here, or she went up in the building. Okay. So if Princess Cooper frequented that particular location, who did she go there to? That is the question. Now, people ain't gonna see how we're doing the investigation, right? We're doing it right here. And by the way, I'm studying criminal justice. Yeah. I had wanted to do international relations, but then I switched. I decided, you know what? I'm studying criminal justice. I will not tell you why, but I'm studying criminal justice at the master's degree level. That's what I'm studying. Currently, for this semester, I'm doing 5 courses. I do 4 load, a lot of work. I see some of you be calling me and be getting mad. I'm not answering you. I'm not replying to you. I'm a student as well. I'm doing a lot of work. Got to write papers, tons of papers. Last night, I wrote a 4-page paper. How to, do a, it's a lot of work. I'm studying criminal justice. For this semester, I'm doing criminal justice ethics. That's MAJ 6606, criminal justice ethics. I'm also doing research methods in criminal justice. I'm studying that, research methods in criminal justice. I'm also doing, what's the other course I'm doing? I'm doing 5. So I've done 2 in the first half of the semester, and I'm doing 3 in the second half of the semester. The other one is, what is the other one called? Sort of criminal justice ethics, research in criminal justice, and crisis management, crisis leadership. That's what I'm studying. Yeah, for the second half of the semester. 3 courses. Now, I did 2 in the first half of the semester. All my grades A's, so A's. The boss school, so A's. I do all this plenty talking. I do a whole lot of stuff, talk with people, have meetings, do this and do that. I still sit down. I still study my lesson, and I score A's. I thank God for that. But the point I'm trying to tell you, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm an expert in investigation or anything of the sort, but I'm being taught by people who are former FBI people, like FBI, former FBI people, you know? FBI people. The question is, have you gone to the scene to ask questions? Have you asked the people? One of my professors, Raymond J. Carr, is a retired FBI special agent, served in the FBI for over 30 years and retired. He teaches me now research methods in criminal justice. Yeah, research methods in criminal justice. So the question is, where is the call log? The call log lets you in on a lot of things. You will see the frequency at which you spoke to a certain number. Who does that number belong to? You're trying to draw patterns. You're trying to draw patterns. That's all you do in an investigation such as this. You're drawing patterns. This is a homicide investigation. Okay, she talked to this person last. These are the people she spoke with last. You focus on the people she spoke with last. And then you look at that and you find out how often did she speak with those people previously. That's what you do. How often? The frequency with which she spoke with those people. Then you try to find text messages. You're trying to, it's a puzzle. You're trying to build a puzzle. You're starting with 0, with a clean slate, but you're building something, a puzzle. You're getting all the clues from everywhere. The call log is very important. It lets you in on that, all the different pieces of stuff. You're building it. Okay, she came to this particular place. She regularly came here. When the call log shows you the people she last spoke with, you go to those people. You're speaking to them. You're asking them questions. And you're recording everything they're saying because you're trying to find inconsistencies and discrepancies in what they're saying. Mr. John Brown, you know Princess Cooper? No. You see the man number. All these numbers are registered in the system. So you're not going to go ask him what is his number. You will confirm that first before you go sit down to ask him questions. At that point, you're not interrogating because he's not a suspect yet in that sense. You're just asking him questions. Oh, sir, we have some questions to ask you. John Brown, do you know Princess Cooper? You seen the Sanama Swan number in the girl phone, you're asking him. He said no. Bam! Red flag. You know the girl, or you knew the girl. You not call the girl 10 times before. We seen all the things. She spoke to you last before she came here. Then you say you not know her. You sure you don't know Princess Cooper, Mr. Sanama Swan? No, I don't know who you call Princess Cooper. Okay, thank you. Then now you try to build a case. Now that person, now you got to bring them in much closer. You got to find out, you want to establish a pattern that Princess Cooper regularly came to see this person. She went, yeah. Oh yeah, she's okay all the time. Go up in the building. She's okay. How the hell he say he know her, but there's substantiated, there are witnesses to show that she used to go there all the time. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's the pattern. Now, you might find some text messages. A lot of them, or some of them, people text all the time, especially their girlfriend or something like that. You try to find the text messages. You try to do that. You also pull the call off for where? For her friend. You want to know, you want to see the messages or how frequently she and Willa spoke to Those are all the things you need to find out to build a case. That is what you do. That is what you do. That's how you build a case. But up to now, you won't tell a jing thing yet. You won't tell a jing thing yet about what you found out. The autopsy report, nothing. You ain't even got no suspect. Well, you're saying, first of all, what did you say? The case, the guy died, no foul play. That's one thing you never say. You don't know that for a fact. You've conducted no forensic examination of the body, of the corpse. You don't know whether she might have ingested some toxic substance. The signs that she showed. One of the things we do in our classes, our criminal justice classes, is that some of the one course I did, we examine dead bodies. We look at the bodies, the pictures. We try to examine, we look at the room. We make an assessment of the room and determine whether it was there was this particular case we're looking at. This individual was tied to a chair in a motel room with documents all on the bed. And initially it seemed like he was tied to the chair and shot and killed. But that was not the case. Oh no, they put a bag over his head and looked like he died from asphyxiation. But when we investigated, that was not the case. He committed suicide because he was heavily indebted and he wanted to end his life and he wanted to ensure that his death benefits, his insurance, life insurance, would go to his family. Can you imagine what some people would do? You kill yourself because you owe a lot of money and you want your family to benefit from the life insurance policy? Yeah. So, Princess Cooper, where are we with Princess Cooper? We're asking the state. We're not going to stop talking about this tomorrow when we come back here. We're going to keep talking about it as well. So 3 things we want to keep talking about. Princess Cooper, the CLSG, when is our government paying the $9 million? You say you got an $800 million budget, right? Isn't that what the government was bragging about? They said the budget is what? $735 million, almost $800 million. The largest post-war budget. The largest budget since the end of the war. $785 million. That's your budget. They were bragging about it. Joe, we are doing so good. Look at his budget. Ellen didn't take the budget this far. Joe, we are taking it this far. The economy must be doing great. Revenue generation is doing extremely well. $785 million budget. You can't find $9 million to pay the CLSG folks so we can get electricity? You can't find $9 million? Folks, are you listening? Is it that the government people don't care that people don't have electricity? Because they got their big generators at home, they got lots of fuel, and they don't really care. They don't experience the power outages, don't bother them? Is it that? Is it that? A $785 million budget. You can source $9 million to pay the CLSG folks so that they can hook us up, switch us on, so that we begin to enjoy reliable, affordable electricity in Montserrat. You see what I'm saying? Do you catch my drift? Brother Sakama, do you catch my drift? American man say, catch my drift. You see where I'm going with this? You got an $785 million. You round up that $800 million. Add $50 million and make it $800 million. You got an $800 million budget. You can't find $9 million. You can't find $9 million, so you don't care that we ain't got current because y'all got generators. Joey, I get generators. I'm put generators. The man, are president. All of them got generators. So y'all got generators. Y'all don't care that the people ain't got current. As I was saying the other day, people confirmed this to me. The eating something ratio has significantly dropped in Liberia. Eating something ratio. Now we'll leave it at that. You will understand. You know? If you know, you know. You get it. If you don't get it, you forget it. Do you get it? The eating something ratio has significantly dropped. Why would it not drop? The country hot. How you eat something they play hot? You see? The country hot. One guy wrote me, the guy said, my man, that thing you said that morning about eating something, the ratio drop. He said, send them more. Me and my woman, only 3 times when I eat something. I said, Jesus. I'm not lying. They got told me the thing. The guy said, look, my man, send them more only 3 times when I eat something. How you eat something that play hot? Eating something already naturally generates heat. Then they play hot. I mean, excruciatingly, uncomfortably hot. So you are affecting, you are causing social and domestic unhappiness in people's homes because they can't eat something. You understand? The men just look at a woman fast in the morning because they play hard. The woman too, she uses it as an excuse. Women already look for excuse anyway. So you men they play hard, man. Leave me, man. When they comment, "Fair Joe, yeah, get best." 2023 go vote against him. You eat something, vote against him. They play hard. Even when the person not get AC, they get a little fan. Yeah, the fan can help. My people are alive. Eh? My people are alive. Look at the social effects, the social. I'm trying to word this thing up in a way. You can write a whole paper on this thing. This is leading to a lot of social tensions in homes because people cannot enjoy the level of intimacy. The level of intimacy, physical intimacy between a man and his woman as they used to enjoy because they play hard. The number one excuse now the women give in Liberia is they play hard. You boy, they play hard. You man, go sleep, they play hard. Then you better not be sedition and your woman supposed, just let's say your woman supposed to one guy and you are a sedition, or they make more. Joey, are you strong? Yeah, Joey, are you strong? Then you want to go eat something in the night. The woman say, go take Joey to bring current. Look, you may be laughing. This is the reality going on in people's homes. Why you think, what period in Liberia back in the day, or even now perhaps, where the highest pregnancy rate, the rainy season. Rainy season, the highest pregnancy rate is during the rainy season because the rainy season is a deal for eating something. You understand? It's a deal. It's a deal. Dry season, the place get hot, it drops. But because of the extreme heat in the country hot like hell, there's no current. So we get current, all the BB channel get current, the citizen and I get current. You're gonna be praying for LEC to come for you to eat something. Back in the day, you used to say, let me go sit down outside and catch cold breeze. Brother Mamadou Kane, when was the last time you went outside to catch cold breeze? Tell me the truth. Answer Douglas, you're sorry. I know you're fasting. But close that ear. But when you're fasting, man, you're not supposed to be distracted. Yeah. Yeah, you're not supposed to be distracted. Yeah, just pray one fatwa just now. Everything you're talking will just pass by you. You know, but to be serious, to be very serious, the country is extremely hot. We used to say, let's go catch cold breeze. You can't catch cold breeze no more. No more cold breeze. So you need electricity. For those who can afford AC will get an AC. Those who get their fan will get their fan. But this is a problem. You don't have electricity. To pay $9 million so that your people can get current, so that it can improve the quality of their lives. You can't pay the $9 million. You say you got what? You say you got $800 million budget. Especially Monrovia is extremely hot. It's the hottest. Monrovia is hottest. Of all the places in the country, Monrovia is hottest. And don't say I'm wrong. Grammatically, I'm correct. That means you got Banga, you got Bong, you got Lofa. Monrovia is hottest among all of them because Monrovia is too congested. All the trees, you've cut them down. You build those houses, there's no space, they can't air out. You're blocking the breeze, the wind. So it's hot. It's extremely hot. People, you can't even lay down in your own bed. You're sweating. One day I went to Liberia, 2 years ago. Jesus, I got to the country. It was not easy. Yes, and too many people in Monrovia too. You got all the trees, the breeze not blowing, and all that kind of stuff. But you go much further into the countryside. Trust me. It's much better there. It's cooler. It's not as hot. You understand? It's sad. It is sad. So the people need electricity. They need electricity. Yes, somebody said, you go catch cold breeze outside the arm and they can kill. That is not a problem. High crime. Zogo, they in every community, Zogos are there. So we need to fix this problem. We need to fix it. Ellen Paul, I miss you, man. Where have you been? Hey, man, my ANC guy, Ellen Paul. I can give her a hard time. Ellen Paul, my ANC guy. Where have you been? But hey, George, let's take some calls there. Let's go to the lines and take some calls.
Okay, for the numbers that call on the show this morning. 0770102102086. 0770102102086 010TD8TD. The WhatsApp number +231 880 51TD 417. Cos, check your phone. I sent you something there. Cos? I can hear you, Cos.
Okay. I can hear you now.
Okay. 0770102102086 010.
I want to say, let me wish happy birthday to Maureen P. Thomas. Happy birthday to you. I wish you all the best. Today's your birthday. Maureen P. Thomas, happy birthday to you. And you share this with others here. Gafua, former Minister of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Patrick the Boss Okai, and anyone else who celebrates a birthday today. Let's take a few calls there, George. Before we go, we got 7 minutes to go. Let's take a few calls.
Okay, 0770102102086 010TD8TD. The WhatsApp number +231 880 51TD 417. The WhatsApp number +231 880 51TD 417 0770102102086 010TD8TD. Because I hear something like Moses Carter was suspended.
I don't know about that. Moses Carter, for those of you who don't know, Moses Carter is his police postman. The man who can open your mouth and tell stupid thing, and before investigation is done, he say no foul play. Yeah, that's who George is talking about. Solo Kyabwe, Isaac Solo Kyabwe. We haven't heard much of him lately, George. I'm told he's here in the States. He's been here for months.
Yeah.
Did they fire him or something?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, we can get nothing from Isaac Solo Kyabwe. Did they fire him? Is he still working? Does he still have a job? Is he still the presidential press secretary? That's the question. But let's go to the phone line. Let's take some calls there.
Okay.
Let's take some calls. We have 6 minutes to go.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
This is Mark. I call you from the Police Academy Belt. Just wanted to speak on this electricity business. Some of us, we have the money, we begging literally LEC,
I'm telling you.
able to pay and enjoy the benefits of the electricity. Unfortunately, that has not been the case. So we don't really know where to go from here. At least they were telling us that they had 2 turbines at the Mancoffey power plant. One failed, one is working. But then the one that is working now, people are rationing electricity. So we don't know where to go from here.
Thank you, my brother. That's it. We don't know where to go. And people are literally begging. People got money they want to pay. They can't get access to power. It's just sad. Let's take some more calls.
Yep, 077-0102-102-0886-0103-83. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
How you doing? This is Costa Show.
Yes, this is the Costa Show.
Okay. Thank you. According to the States, my name is Abraham.
Yes.
Yeah. We're talking about the port and the tariff of the road rice, and the president said that they should bring the rice price down. I think it's not fair to the business people. So before your goods get to the port, the Latvian government and the people who can do the clearing, they will eat all the profit before you arrive at your goods. That's what they do in Liberia. And then when you see it, they say, oh, that man, he's lazy to other things. Look, we got some stuff at the port there right now. You know how much they're charging people to bring their goods from the port there? And those things are still stuck in the port. After you take it from there, you can't sell it because nobody will want to buy. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So they should not force the people. They should force themselves. They should not eat the profit and put the 30% yourself, the rest for this press. I don't think that is fair.
Yeah, they should not tell the people to force them to sell that rice. Yeah, for a certain price.
So I just
Okay.
want to say thank you very much for bringing this up. You know.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you very, very much. And we're taking more calls. And so, as I said, we will continue with the Princess Cooper case. We want to know. We'll continue tomorrow because today now we're not talking about it. We're finished talking about it. Somebody was asking about the CLSG. Earlier, you just joined the show. We talked about it earlier. I'm sorry you just joined, but we did talk about the CLSG thing. We said that the government owes $9 million to the CLSG folks, and the government is yet to sign what is called the power purchase agreement. The way the power purchase agreement works is that the electricity is being brought from the Ivory Coast into Liberia. The government of Liberia needs to buy the electricity from the Ivorians under the power purchase agreement. It is just as it sounds. You purchase the power, and then you sell the power onto the end consumers. That's the way it works. So we buy the power from the Ivorians under the PPA, the power purchase agreement, and then we sell the power to the Liberian people. And I'm told the price per kilowatt hour is 12 cents. That's what the CLSG folks are going to be selling the power to us for. That is extremely cheap. 12 cents per kilowatt hour compared to what we're selling, what LEC sells it to you for now is 35 cents. It's very, very cheap. Very cheap. But it's good. It's good for our people. But will we benefit from that? That is a problem. And of course, we're talking about the steel rod thing. People are complaining. Steel rods. The prices of the various sizes of steel rods in the country, they're going up and up and up. And lots of people are saying, not me, lots of people. You may have read some of the comments if you're watching Facebook Live. They're saying the sizes of the different steel rods have been reducing, shrinking. They're reducing the sizes. It used to be as thick as this. Now it's thinner than that. What's going on? People are raising that issue. But let's go back to the lines and take some more calls there.
Okay. 077-0102-102-0886-0103-83. The WhatsApp. Okay, let's go back to the WhatsApp number. Good morning. Good morning.
Is this the Costa Show?
Yes, sir. The Costa Show.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, my brother. You are live.
All right. Well, my name is Stanley. My name is Stanley. I'm calling from the state. I just want to throw a light on the LEC stuff. Last time I was in Liberia, I always go there in December, but it's been 2 years now since we pay for the meter thing that they bring to the house to put on the house. We paid the meter. It's been 2 years now. We have not gotten it. This December, I was there. One LEC guy came. He said, "Oh wow," because it came a time where we had to just take direct current from the light pole. One other LEC guy came and gave us direct line because we're not getting the meter that we pay for.
I don't blame you, my brother.
Recently, another guy came and said, "Oh, the meter, we don't have meter," so they come and cut the line. And then my dad had talked to him. My dad showed him the receipt that will pay for the meter. He said, "Okay, y'all pay another money for the meter." The other guy, y'all pay the money too. So we pay. He said he was coming back the next day. Since January, we're still waiting for him to come put the meter there. So these are the things that making people to steal current, because if you can't bring in your supplies, people pay for their meters, you're not bringing it in, and you expect them to just sit there for years and years to wait for you to bring it before they can get electricity, they're going to start stealing current. So
You are right.
I blame most of the citizens that steal electricity in Liberia.
My man, you are right. That's true. Thank you, my brother. That brother story he just explained is very, very common. People try to get the meter. They don't want to steal power. They don't want to get hooked up illegally or direct to the line, but they can't get meter. LEC could say, look, no, the post stupid. The post stupid one cause and they say Costa rule. Look, LEC publish the different specs of the different types of meters that you bring, that you use. Say to the Liberian public, these are the meters that we use. Business people, you want to import, you may import them and sell them. That's what you do. Tell the people, these are the different types of meters that LEC uses. So don't just say import meters to sell. No, give the specifications of the different meters. The different phases, 2-phase, 3-phase, 1-phase meter. Give the specifications and open the market up. And tell people you're free to import. Why the hell does LEC want to import their own meters when they never have enough? When they never have enough meters. When you open the market up, you tell people to bring meters and sell the meters, you will see what will happen. There will always be meters available. Why do you have to bring the meters in yourself? Why, George? That is the question. Open the market up and let people bring meters in and sell the meters. Just tell them the specifications, what types of meters to bring in. That's what you tell them. George, open the phone line. Let's take some more calls there. Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, you see about Murray, you laughing at the man?
Good morning.
The man talking that not one person.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
This is Resident Collie. This is Resident Collie from calling from Germany. Look, to the steroid issue. The steroid issue is that what Costa was just saying, that they are reducing the sizes and selling it for more price, is to be the problem with the Commerce Ministry to check on the people. As the story goes, before we had the people selling a cup of rice, and the market women used to knock the butt and say it's a cup of rice, and the Commerce Ministry used to go around arresting the people. So I think they should try to put a arrest or pressure on that second man to try to see what he can do with the steroid problem. Thank you very much.
Okay, my brother.
Thank you. Let's take some more calls there, George. Let's take 3 more calls and then we'll call it a day. 3 more calls.
Yep. 077-0102-102, 0886-010-383. These are numbers to call on the show and take part. No calls yet.
I told the police up there at ELWA Junction, where the people are protesting, demanding justice for Princess Cooper. The police, somebody just sent me a video, the police beating the people, and the protest is peaceful, from what I was told earlier. I have a video, they're trying to break the people up in a violent way. They're even arresting people. They're even arresting people at ELWA Junction. So
they want to put a protest?
No, apparently not. The police, the riot police, they're there beating people up. I'm looking at the video, which I'm going to post on Facebook. Somebody just sent it to me. They're dragging people away, beating them up, the police. Yep. Yeah, arresting people and dragging them away. Arresting people and dragging them away because they are protesting, demanding justice for Princess Cooper. This is absolute madness. Nobody say you shouldn't maintain law and order. But you ain't gotta beat nobody up, especially when the people don't make trouble. You ain't gotta beat them up. When they make trouble, just stand by and maintain law and order. But don't beat anybody up. The people got it right. People are concerned. You understand? You know how long it been? We ain't hear no damn thing about Princess Cooper. You ain't telling her nothing. Today makes it 1 week since your dead day autopsy. And you haven't said a word about her. You haven't said a word. Man? You haven't said a word about the autopsy. Then you're beating people up because they are protesting. That's madness. I'm watching the video here. I see them literally dragging people. You understand? Wow. Yeah, they're dragging people away. They're beating them up. Man, these buggers will never learn. Y'all will never learn. You think now you can silence people? You can silence people by brutality and violence. You can't. It will just make people suspect you more. Your bosses sit down at LNP headquarters. They can't do anything. They ain't walk the damn salt that they eat. Tell the people what happened to Princess Cooper. Publish the autopsy report. Not that anybody gonna trust it anyway, because you already prejudiced the case from the onset that they get die of natural causes when you hadn't even done any damn work. You know? Man, you people, man, y'all just too damn fishy. Yeah. You're beating the people up. You think that's gonna help? Just stand there as a professional police officer. Stand there and watch them. Let them stand there and hold their placards and chant their slogans and say whatever. Just watch them. You should only respond to contain a situation if it spirals, if it becomes chaotic and violent. Then you step in. But you ain't got no justification to be beating them and dragging them away. None. I don't know when that real will change, man. George, we got to go here. We'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.